So this is that BMX guy, and here's my progress on my full blade. This is the fork I got. It is a Dahon Speed D8 fork. It has this nice, I don't know what you call that, design to it, but it's gonna get stripped. I got the stripper right there. I already widened it. I widened it to as close to 4 inches as I can get. It will let the wheel in anywhere a little bit smaller. So right now it's like an 1/8 inch smaller than 4 inches. It should widen out fine a little bit more. I can try getting it more, but yeah, I'm gonna strip this. Also gotta make sure that the fork is straight, in the sense that when I wind it out, I kept it kind of straight. But when I look at it, I guess it's straight enough. I mean, it's a full like, it doesn't have to be perfect. So yeah, I'll strip this down, get this ready. Okay, so I stripped that blue and silver off. It came off pretty easily. I just gotta prep it or wait for it to make sure there's no water inside of it, and I'll finish painting it during the week. So the next click will see me painting this thing. Okay, so it is Wednesday and I prepped the fork. I have tape on the brake mounts, tape on the steering tube, tape to cover the race and other things. The air conditioner came on, so yeah, after this you'll see a primered fork. The paint I'll be using is Rust-Oleum Professional Primer. I'm going to use this silver for the bottom of the fork. And this satin black is supposed to be satin. It's supposed to turn out like that for the top of the fork. Okay, so the fork is primered. It doesn't take too long to primer. I just put a coat over everything, make sure everything's hiding the bare metal. I don't usually sand the primer. I mean, if there's no runs or anything, I don't sand it. If there's a rough surface to the metal, then I might sand it, but it's pretty smooth, so I don't have to really worry about that. So yeah, the idea is after it's dry for maybe, probably give it 20-30 minutes. Here it is with the silver now. I'm going to tape off the silver, it's just a little bit easier. So it's going to be all silver below. So the silver kind of matches this, I don't know what you call it, the handlebar thing, that's it. The handlebar thing. The handlebar riser pipe. So it will have a silver match to the riser pipe. It's very hard to see the silver, at least with the way I see the camera, but the primer is still this primer here. Yeah, focuses. It's hard to focus. The idea is I'm going to tape off a line like right about here, and all that's going to be black. The silver should dry almost like immediately because it's this professional level stuff they use for the primer. So it should be dry enough in maybe an hour to tape off. I'm going to use like this model tape. It doesn't stick to the paint that much. Artist tape. It's sort of like the blue tape. And the idea is that I spray it upside down so the black can't just bleed down through the tape, and that should work fine. Anyway, on the next phase. I said I was taping last time, but yeah, I'm going to tape it this time. So here it is. It is masked off the bottom. Now I use plastic bags to help with it, make it take up more surface area. I'm using the white artistic tape. It doesn't stick to it really much, and I still got to pull it off as fast as I can before doing anything. Black's going to go just up there. Hopefully it covers up pretty good. Okay, so here it is with the black. So you may notice I'm wearing a glove and a jacket and even a respirator. yes, I wear a respirator. It's a good idea to wear a respirator. This is oil paint, and it may not be filled with lead or anything, but it's still paint. You should always wear a respirator when spraying paint. And try to protect my skin as much as I can with the jacket. It's not that warm today, so this works out pretty good. So we have the paint on there, the stuff covering. Should have did pretty good. I just basically just covered it to make sure I don't get any overspray on the silver. I'm going to leave it like this so it doesn't bleed. And after this scene, I'm going to take that stuff off and show you it without it. See how it came out. It might have still bled up the tape, so we'll see. Okay, so here it is with the two-tone paint. So here is the fork with the black pinstriping. That kind of makes the lines even. I'm actually looking for this blue. And the blue I found, so ocean blue is obviously not the same blue. So eventually I'll get the right blue. Or I'll just find paint. Or something. It's not even close to that blue. Like it's similar. It's just a little darker. Like that blue isn't the same as this blue. But yeah, I'm gonna try to simulate this. So at least have white. Guess what I'll do is I'll put the white on there, just so I have at least white on that fork. But I need to find this blue. So here's how they're gonna go on the bike. Pinstripe it this way because I don't have the right blue. But the white should be fine, at least that's something. This blue is obviously too blue. It needs to be more of a light, maybe it's neon blue, but I don't know where I'm going to find that. Even this blue is just a little different. But next we'll just install on this bike. Sizing it up. Doesn't look too bad. So here's the fork installed. It does match the silver. Now I just gotta add the brake. I had to cut the steering tube shorter. I realized this headset in here is kind of beat up. I should probably replace that too, but that's another time. I don't have any blue striping, but at least it kind of matches the rest of the bike. Okay, so we have the fork installed on the bike. I even got a new front tire, but got the Dairy 36 hole wheel and the Avid SD7 super light front brake that was on actually the Ford. So actually without the blue line on there it looks fine. There's plenty of blue elsewhere. But we do have a very nice situation. I think the new fork came out pretty good. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching me progress on this bike and painting this fork for this Dahon Speed Uno. And this is that BMX guy, and thanks for watching.